Hi friends, how are you all? I hope you all are staying safe and keeping fit. In this time of the COVID-19 pandemic, it is a very difficult time for all of us. So it is of utmost importance that we stay fit, not only physically but also mentally and spiritually. Do you know that in a time like this, the most likely dosha that can go out of balance for anyone is the Vata dosha. The dominant elements of Vata is air and space, and its qualities are dry, light, and unstable. So it is very much related to changes. So during this time of the pandemic, there are a lot of changes, drastic, stressful changes to our lifestyle and diet as well. People have to stay indoors, they're separated from their loved ones, some have lost their livelihood and income. So because of this, people face uncertainty, anxiety, and also fear of getting infected. So all these have an effect on the Vata dosha. Prolonged periods of Vata imbalance can also trigger off the other two doshas, that is the Pitta and the Kapha dosha. If Vata dosha is left unchecked for a long period of time, it can lead on to other severe autoimmune diseases that affect our respiratory, digestive, and nervous system. In the Ayurvedic text, there are 80 different types of diseases that are mentioned due to a disturbance in the Vata balance. My concern here is that it will also weaken our immune system. The Vata dosha is one that should be addressed very early. So let us look at some of the symptoms that a Vata dosha aggravated person suffers from. The first one is dryness. He will have dry skin, dry hair, sometimes severe pigmentation. The person will often feel very cold and favor food and drinks that are moist and hot. Bowel movement will be slow and irregular. You'll suffer from bloatedness, gas, and constipation. Sometimes they'll feel tremors and sudden jerks in the body, just like those who are suffering from Parkinson's. Forgetfulness is also a sign of Vata dosha aggravation. If not tackled early, it can lead on to dementia and Alzheimer's disease. Aches and pains are common complaints of people with Vata dosha aggravation, especially stiff neck, joint pains. And if this is not checked early, it will lead on to osteoarthritis, rheumatoid arthritis. Difficulty falling asleep is also a symptom. Usually people suffering from Vata dosha aggravation are the overthinkers. So they are overly anxious, have difficulty making decisions, and they worry a lot. So what causes this aggravation in Vata in the first place? Vata actually is overwhelming towards old age. This is very noticeable in women who have already menopaused. You will see they will be complaining of dry hair, dry skin, pigmentation, gas, bloating. All these are the symptoms of Vata aggravation. However, nowadays you see young people are also complaining of the same things. They also have dandruff, dry skin, joint pains. So it is something to do with their diet and lifestyle as well. Especially if you are born with a Vata Prakriti, that means you're born with a nature where your dosha, your dominant dosha is Vata, and you're eating food and living a lifestyle that is against or not favorable for Vata. So this can cause a very serious aggravation in your Vata dosha and lead on to diseases that are Vata related. If you eat food that is pungent, bitter and astringent, or dry food like bread, cakes, biscuits, which are so popular now, all these are Vata producing food. So you will find that these foods are very popular among young people nowadays. Especially among Malaysians, I've noticed that they favor or they love food that has got chilies and the chili paste, especially the nasi lemak sambal, and most people they would want to have cut chilies even in their fried rice and noodles. So if the person is Vata dominant and they enjoy this kind of food often, naturally there will be an aggravation in Vata. Also nowadays, intermittent fasting is becoming very popular. So if you're not careful when you are dieting or when you are doing this intermittent fasting and then you're eating food that is airy and spacey, this also will aggravate Vata. Excessive exercising will also aggravate Vata. Staying up late at night is another cause for Vata aggravation. If you are in a profession that use your voice often, where you have to speak often, this will also create a lot of air in your system and it will aggravate Vata. And if you are in a situation where you cannot handle stress and you become anxious and you get worried, this also will aggravate Vata. As far as seasons are concerned, during the onset of the rainy season where it's windy and dry and you're exposed to this kind of weather, this also will cause an aggravation in Vata. So how do we pacify an aggravated Vata dosha or even prevent the Vata dosha aggravation? The first thing, of course, the gateway is the stomach. So we start with the diet. If you've looked up my previous video on the 6 Ayurvedic tastes, you should eat tastes that are sweet, sour and salty. These 3 tastes are grounding and nourishing for a Vata dosha, because Vata is airy and light and needs to be stable and grounded. So these 3 tastes have the grounding qualities in them. So go for this. Eat more of root vegetables, grains and nuts and all this I've mentioned in my the video of the 6 Ayurvedic tastes. Let's talk about exercises. So exercises should be grounding as well. So exercises like yoga, tai chi are all excellent. Fast moving exercises are not suitable for reducing the Vata dosha. So the exercises should be balancing and slow in motion. So this kind of exercises will ground the Vata dosha. Besides that, breathing is excellent, especially deep abdominal breathing helps the respiratory system as well as it calms the mind. Doing meditation, of course, is very good and is very much recommended for those who are suffering from Vata dosha, especially the overthinkers. Okay, need to do meditation. Besides that, you should go to sleep at the same time every day. And before you sleep, make sure you oil the soles of your feet with some organic oil. So this will give you some good deep sleep. So you should go to bed between 10:30 to 11 every night and wake up between 6:30 to 7 in the morning to catch the sunlight. Doing oil massage at least 3 to 4 times a week by yourself can also prevent dryness as well as keep your joints lubricated. So practices like this will help you to pacify the Vata dosha and bring it back to balance.